water, my friend.
All right, for the second technique, we're going to be going over a hidden darce from side control. All right, let's get into it. All right, so I'm here, side control. My knees are connected to my partner. They're grounded to him. I'm going to be looking for a head and arm. And very important, again, I like to isolate things. So I don't like to feel my partner having a frame under me, right? So from here, I like to cup the shoulder. I anchor myself in, release my left hand, and I like to post it above his head. Okay, that's going to force me to slide up a little bit higher. Okay, once I do that with my live toes, I'm going to lean forward and sit through. So I'm covering all this area, leaning forward and putting more weight on his chest. Okay, I'm not leaning back. Okay, so as I lean forward, I'm covering more, and I'm going to sit through. As I sit through, my leg is going to shovel that arm up, and now I have access to that tricep. Okay, once I cup that tricep, I'm going to be lifting the arm up and keeping it under my armpit, and I use my elbow to clamp. Okay, from here, I'm going to switch my legs. As I switch my legs, I'm going to lift, connect my knee to the shoulder, connect my right knee to the hip. Now I'm going to crawl underneath the gap of the neck, underneath the neck, palm to palm, and I hide my elbow. All right. We're going to go over some hidden techniques, and then we'll get into the darce. So the first hidden technique that we're going to go over is a straight arm lock on this secondary arm. Okay. So this arm is nice and isolated, and I can use my hip as a fulcrum. All right. So from here, I like to cup the shoulder. I release my left hand, and I'm getting nice and high up, and I'm looking for that wrist. Okay. Once I look for that wrist, I'm driving straight down, and I'm connecting his elbow towards my hip. So as I drive straight down, there's my straight arm lock. Okay. If he resists and drives his thumb down, yep, the other way. There you go. Yep, I have a modified Americana. All right. So these are some more hidden options that we have from side control. I'll go over that again. We're here. I've isolated the arm. I cup the shoulder. I release my left hand. I come all the way up nice and high. I feel that his elbow is on my hip. I'm going to drive straight down. And there's my straight arm lock. Okay. Action causes a reaction. I feel like he's going to resist or point his thumb up towards his head. I'm going to drive straight down. And now I have a modified Americana. All right. Now, going back to the hidden darce. Once I'm here, same thing. I always like to make a connection. So I cup the shoulder. I release my left hand. And now my left hand is going to go underneath the neck here. Okay. I'm not going to make it too obvious where I'm just threading the arm. It's just killing more slack. It's taking away more slack that I need. Okay, so it's super important to keep this loose. So my left hand, just my fingertips, or the palm is going to go underneath the neck here. Okay. Now, my right hand, I'm going to backstroke, and as I backstroke, I'm looking to sit through towards the leg. So I'm going to lean forward, sit through, and now I'm going to thread my arm a little bit. My wrist is underneath the neck from here. Okay. Now, once I'm in this position, it's super important that my body stays connected to my partner. If there's some gaps, he's going to pull this arm out and look to escape. Okay? So it's super important that I stay connected to my partner from here. Okay? Now, what I like to do is I like to use my right hand to push the knees. It's almost like I'm guiding him in the direction he needs to go. Okay? And he's going to run into that loop. All right? So as I use my right hand to push, I'm also pushing off the mat, and I'm shooting my hips up higher. Okay? From here, I like to step with my right foot and bring my left foot back. Almost to this north-south position. Okay? Once I get to this position here, I'm going to use my right hand to push and pack the shoulder blade. Okay, so as I push and pack that shoulder blade, as I'm pushing and packing, my left hand is threading all the way across. Okay, so we're here. I keep threading. Let's do it this way. Do it this way. Perfect. Okay. So as I'm here, I'm packing the shoulder in, and I'm threading my left hand. Okay. If I feel that my partner wants to drive his back to the mat, right? He feels it. I use my elbow as a post. So now it's hard for him to connect his back to the mat. Okay. And I hold it until I can lock up my darce. All right. So once I'm in this position here, I can open up, lock, And now from here, my right fingers are going to be crawling nice and high up as I squeeze and finish my choke. Okay, go back to that again. So over here, just get into the habit of leaning forward, sitting through, isolating, and back to your position, isolating that arm. Now from here, cup. We're gonna go over the top here. Backstroke. As I backstroke, I lean forward, I sit through, and now I'm on my hips. I'm sitting on the mat. Right hand is gonna direct my partner in the direction I want him to go. And if he turns in that direction, better for me. From here, keep packing his shoulder in. If I feel like he's dropping his back to the mat, I connect my elbow to the mat and I keep pushing. Okay, let's turn this mic. Perfect. So as I pack the shoulder, I thread and I give myself a thumbs up. Super important. Why? Because I know that means the blade is activated. Okay, so the blade of my wrist is pointing up and it's not flat. If it's palm down, it's going to be flat, flat surface. We want an edge. Okay, this is going to be my edge. As I push the shoulder, I'm packing it in. I can lock. From here, I'm drawing my fingers up and I squeeze for the finish. All right. Thank you, Mike. So that's our hidden DARS technique from side control, which also includes some hidden arm locks with that isolated arm. All right, drill it. On two, 1, 2.
Water, my friend.